Slow down, baby. Let you know from the gate, I don't go down late. I want a chick with thick hips and licks her lips. She can be the office type, but like the strip. Girl, you get me aroused, how you look in my eye. But you talk too much, man, you're ruining my high. I wanna lose the feeling, cause the roof is ceiling is on fire. You looking good for the getting, I'm a rider. Whether in a hoodie or a linen, a provider. You should see the jury on my women, and I'm living it up. The squad stay filling the truck with chicks that's willing to trizz with us. You say you got a man and you're in love, but what's love gotta do with a little menage? After the party, me and you could just slide for a few, and she could come too. That's love. Got to do it. What's love? It's about us. It's about just me. What's love? Got to do it. What's love? It should be about us. It should be about just me. Mommy, I know you got issues. You got a man, but you need to understand that you got something with you. Ass is fat, frame is little. Tattoo in your chest with his name in the middle. I'm not a hater, I'll just crush a lot. In the way you shake your booty, I don't want you to stop. You need to come a little closer. And let me put you under my arms like a dawn is supposed to. Please believe you leave with me. We be freaking all night like we was on E. You need to trust the God and jump in the car for a little heartache at the Taj Mahal. What's love? Got to do it. What's love? It's about us. It's about just me. What's love? Got to do it, babe. What's love? It should be about us. It should be about just me. Yo, I stroll in the club with my hat down, Michael Jackson style. High 7, who the Mac now? Not my fault that they love the kid. I be the chain or the whip, I don't know what it is. We just party and bullshit. Come on, mommy, put your body in motion. You got a nigga open. You came here with the heart to cheat, so you need to sing the song with me. All my ladies, come on. Look in your eyes, there's no stopping me. I want the ganja with crack on top of me. Don't want your stacks, just break my back. Gonna cut you no slack, cause I'm on it like that. Come on. And put it on me. Put it on you, girl. On me. I'ma put it on you, girl. What's love? Got to do it, babe. What's love? It's about us. It's about just me. What's love? Got to do it, babe. What's love? It should be about us. It should be about just me. What's love? Got to do it, babe. What's love? It's about us. It's about just me. What's love? Got to do it, babe. What's love? It should be about us. It should be about just me. Yes, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back again. We are back again like clockwork. Rain or shine, it doesn't matter. We are here. We are here again. I want to give a huge shout out to the co-hosts, Ron and Master, for showing up consistently over these past almost 8 months now. Almost 8 freaking months. We're about to have been doing this show literally every Monday through Friday on a consistent basis. Probably only we missed less shows than I could count on one hand since April. And it's been a journey. It's been a journey, to say the least, a journey through ENS, a journey through my personal life, a journey through the show itself, and a journey through the actual market. I experienced every emotion. We went through every emotion. We did everything, and here we still are, right? And we do this because there's value in it. We do this because I think it's making an impact, and that's why we continue to do this. But man, 8 months before you know it, it's gonna be a year. But I just took the second. I had to get that off my mind.
Anyway, let's go ahead and by the way, I woke up like 3 hours earlier than I usually wake up. I had to take somebody to work, and I'm gonna be driving as well. So I'm pretty exhausted, y'all. But it is what it is. The show, rain or shine, the show goes on. Um, Starting with some breaking news. Some breaking news. The Dow announced its winner of the Endowment Fund Manager. The Endowment Fund Manager. I know a lot of people were a little bit skeptical on this. A lot of people voted for none of the above. But they do have a winner. I pinned it to the top. You guys could check that out. For me, I think the process was a little slow. I think the process. I I don't know. I don't know. I think there wasn't that much. I don't know. I don't want to speak too much about it. But let's just see. Let's just see what the new Dow Fund Manager does, how they operate. They made a tweet saying that they're going to be very transparent. They're going to be very open with the community. So we'll wait and see how that pretty much plays out over the course of the next several months. Uh, Google invested 1.56 billion in blockchain companies between September 2021 and June 2022. So if that's one thing to say the least, Google is bullish on Web3, and that's a very good sign because that is one of the biggest Web2 companies in that we have today. So if they're bullish, guess what? I'm bullish. Um, Japan to launch a digital yen to pilot in 2023. And we're seeing a trend here. We're seeing a trend. Everybody's going digital. Now, I know there's a lot of pros and cons to this. We discussed some of the cons on the show: privacy, control, so forth and so on. But in my opinion, it's inevitable. It's inevitable. There's nothing we could do about it. Nothing you could do, and there's nothing I could do. Right? If it's meant to happen, it's going to happen. The only thing we can do is adapt and adjust and position ourselves through research, like right now, to know how to respond for when these regulations and things of that actually get announced officially, and that's the society we live in. But Japan's doing it, the United States is doing it, everywhere in Europe is going to be doing it, China's doing it. There's no running from this. There's no running from this. Cool. Set your reminders, ladies and gentlemen, for 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will be interviewing with Room 110, and basically going to be talking about ENS. I pinned it to the top. I would love to see you guys there. We're going to be talking about ENS. We're going to be talking about my ENS journey, what ENS means to the community. This is a community that I believe is not as involved in ENS as we are. So I am very excited to pretty much onboard them. And if you guys want to come on and help onboard, it's pinned to the top with the Room 110 title. So y'all set your reminders if you can. Next, a message from Seed Phrase. Play close attention who's still around during a bear market. They're the real ones. They're the real ones. These are not, that includes everybody in this room. We're all here we're all here obviously for some type of financial gain, but we're here because we care about the ecosystem. We care about the future of humanity. We are revolutionizing the future of humanity, right? Because I know a lot of people who was very active. I know a lot of people who are very active. Let's just say when times like a little bit better in the market, and maybe they just can't sustain it, and they're now they're busy with a day job and they have other things they have to take care of, or maybe they're like, well, screw that. I made my money and I'm out, or I lost my money and I'm out. Who knows? Who knows? I don't judge, but I'm just saying what I seen, and best believe this. Best believe this. When everything starts pumping again, there's going to be a lot more new people who comes into the market, and let's welcome them with open hands. Some will stay, some will leave. It doesn't matter. Let's show them this is a welcoming, loving, open community. And those who want to find their tribe is going to find their tribe. I think a lot of us found our tribe here. At this point, I'll go ahead and pass it to our co-host, Ron. Ron, the stage is yours, brother.
Hey, GM Kev, GM everybody. Yeah, talking about consistency, I mean, yeah, Master and I show up and listen 90% of the time, and we throw some in stuff in, and obviously just NFT verse, 00 here, NFT champ. I see Flossin down there, Steven, Punks, I mean, Ox Wizard. I mean, there's a whole uh, supporting cast that supports Kevin, but I mean, you're the one that's running the show, and back when you were working a regular job, and remember on one day you had to leave for like a half an hour, and it's like totally different experience. And anyone who's hosted a space knows this. Totally different experience from carrying the whole show and just chiming in and being a co-host, letting a few people up. It's so easy to chime in when you're not. There's no pressure. You're not having to think because you're just sitting back, and that's the power of this show. But it all starts with Kev and his consistency and massive commitment. And I feel like we've created something super special. I mean, we have um, such a supporting cast of experts here in all aspects. I mean, uh, you got Gary always talking the Dow, Punk's always talking the Dow. I see an NFL champ there. He brought in, going back to the Dow. I mean, he brought in that Mark Yusko. I'd 1,000 times rather see Mark Yusko running the Dow than who they have doing it. But they wanted to keep custody. They wanted to decentralize, and they wanted to focus on DeFi. Nothing wrong with that, right? Nothing wrong with saying we want diversity, but we want to keep it within our game plan. Yeah, I would have liked to have seen more happen, but that's okay. I mean, the nice thing about the Dow is even if they lose all their money, they're still generating. So hopefully they ease into that. It was good. Like I think we all kind of got into the process a little late. However, for what they were doing, I think everyone's concern was the kind of the thesis, not so much the groups that were going to do it. Because all three of those groups, in my opinion, were extremely qualified. I think we're all just worried about. I think we're all more worried about the thesis. And like I say, I run a super risky hedge fund, and what they're doing is more risky than what we do. And I mean, we're literally all willing. All our investors are literally willing to ride it to zero, right? So if we have to, and I don't, our approach is not as risky, in my opinion, as what they're doing. But definitely, I do feel that everyone there was qualified, and I do feel that you know what I do like is and I think one of the asks is to be very reportable with being able to transparency, seeing what's happening in real time and all that, and they're incorporating that. So hey, good luck to them. Hope it works out well, obviously, because we're all riding in that same ship. We're all in the same boat. So hopefully that works out well. You know, I was super excited about that huge upset in the World Cup because I own dollar sign Saudi Arabia, which isn't even normalized yet, and it's a derivative, but I still feel like that's a grail. I don't know why, because I own a bunch of dollars hash, a bunch of cash tag countries. I know they're going to get normalized, but for some reason, when I got Saudi Arabia, I just felt a little different. And I know that Master's going to chime in about Japan. And man, what a crazy bunch of freaking upsets the start in the World Cup. Like I said, I haven't watched it. Probably never going to watch it, but unless I can go in real life, I almost went in when it was in South Africa because I go to South Africa so much, and one of the stadiums was about 30 miles from my friend's ranch out there that I went to this year, and so I was going to go that year, and I had a good friend that was playing on the USA team, so. Jonathan Bornstein. So I was going to go to that one, but it was just crazy trying to get flights and stuff. But anyway, I don't really care about the World Cup, but I was excited. I'm sure Masters super excited about that Japan thing. Talking about seed phrase, pop that thing about pay attention to choose here. So I had an interesting experience yesterday. I drove a couple hours from where I live and to meet with a lawyer that does some stuff with me. And I'll kind of come back to more of that in a minute. But it was interesting because I thought I knew where it was. And his secretary, when she described it, I thought it was somewhere different. So when I showed up there, yeah, it was exactly where I thought it was. And what was interesting was in that very kind of mall area, strip mall area, when we first started our .com mall, there was a group of guys that were just gung-ho early on. And they literally opened up an office. They called it, WI North or whatever. And they were a couple hours north of our main office. And they were just gung-ho. They had meetings every night. They were trying to spread adoption. And just really cool guys. They were all older. All these guys were in their 50s and 60s at the time. We were all in our mid-20s. And these guys, man, they spend significant amount of resources to push the internet up and push our company, and our products. And I talked to another one of our partners. I called him. I'm like, hey, you know where I am? And we were talking about this guy's name. And their group was a whole group of them. They had a lot of money, been super successful. And you know what? It was funny. And I was telling Jerry, he's one of my partners, I'm like, you know what's crazy? Those guys dropped out before we just hit the home run, right? They stopped 10 feet before that gold mine. And it was interesting. They even were instrumental in helping us go public, now that I think about it, because they introduced us to the guy who ultimately wound up taking us public, right? And so it was just interesting that those guys dropped out before we hit it big. They were there during the hard time, and then they just, for whatever reason, the whole group, maybe it was the shiny object where they see something, we see that all the time, right? Oh, I jumped from one project to another, from one coin to another, and you never stick around long enough to see it through, and you never benefit. But it just made me think of that experience, because it was kind of surreal, 25, 30 years later, going up there, haven't been there since. And these guys owned, like, the one guy owned a huge jewelry store in that very mall, and they literally opened up an office. I mean, that's not cheap. They built it out. They did the whole thing just to promote our thing literally within the first couple of months. And they were with us for a year or so, maybe 2 years, and they dropped out before we hit it big. So yeah, but Seed Phrase is right. The people here now are pay attention, because so many people drop out 10 feet before the finish line. Unfortunately, we're still 9,000 miles of death march before we hit the finish line. But we have, look, like Kev's talked, we've already had some serious ups and downs. I've had some massive up and downs since I've been in crypto. You know what I mean? It was like yeah, a year ago, none of us were worried about, what a meal cost or anything, right? And now it's like we're everybody. I mean, even the big guys. I had a friend lose $300 million on the whole FTX drop. I mean, guys I was living large with, hanging out with, on doing investments with a year ago. So it's there's hard times. Everyone's feeling it. Don't let anyone tell you different. But yeah, gotta stick through it, right? Hey, unless you lose belief or whatever, don't let the next shiny object jump over. An O.OG domain name, or this or that, or let's jump over here and lose your focus on the real prize. I mean, hey, look, do your own research, do what you need to, but if you're always jumping from deal to deal, everything is harder and takes longer than you think it's going to, right? So once you have the real deal, stick with it. I think that was Seed Phrase's message there. And yeah, I've got some more stuff to say, but I'll save it for later. And looking forward to hearing what Master's thought on the World Cup, and more importantly, Japan.eth.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Ron. And thank you for sharing. We love those war stories. When Ron speaks, he's like, we love the war stories from the early .com days, man. Cool. Let's go over to Master. Master, the vet. The stage is yours, brother.
Hey, good morning, guys. Hey, I think Ron mentioned something like as co-host, myself and him, we participated. We managed to participate in 90% of this space for the past very long time. And I would like to say, it's actually maybe me for 99% and Ron for 81. If you guys won't argue, yeah, you guys can hear me. Maybe I'm a little drunk right now because football is making us crazy. Argentina and Germany. If you guys talking about these two teams, and if we imagine both teams meet in the final of a World Cup, then I won't even have a doubt on that. I think yes, that's very logical. But yesterday and then today they got flipped by two Asian teams after Argentina being flipped by Saudi Arabia, and today just now 1 hour ago Germany lost 1-2, and also a flip by Japan. And even the script is even the same. At the first half, they got the lead first by a penalty, and by second half, within consecutive maybe within 5 minutes, they go to and flip, and eventually they try to make it back, but they didn't make it. So yeah, I think it's an amazing night for football. Football it's a round, it's a circle. So everything happens. And one lesson, as I mentioned yesterday already, one thing we need to learn the lesson is never say never, because you know uh, in football it is like this. In economy it is also like this. In domain, never say never. Some people is always laughing at ENS, laughing at Web3, like Web2 people thinking we are never going to make it. So we are going to say the same. Do you think it is really Japan we Japan to beat Germany being more difficult or easier comparing to ENS who beat .com? Tell me the answer. Tell me the winning rate, which is that has a higher chance. Given this is the changing world, this is a revolutionary age. Everything is going to happen. So yeah, this is an exciting moment, to see the great things happening. And for learning, actually, sometimes we need to do the plus on the math. Just we need to add one, read more books. We need to attend more lectures. We need to join more spaces to talk, communicate, so that we can learn more. So for learning, we need to do the plus on math. But for trading, we always need to do the minus. The less the better. So it is not the same way on the first one. you know Currently on the trade, lots of people, when we are trading stocks, we're trading cryptocurrencies, we use mobile phone, right? We use a mobile, we use a face scan, we use a fingerprint, so that we can log on the stock app, we can log on the Coinbase to play the future, to do whatever, all on a PC. So the login is very easy. To log in is like a couple seconds click, you can do it. But the easier you can access the trading, the higher chance you're going to lose money, because you are doing it too frequently, and all the trading has a fee, right? And in the past, I imagine it's 30 years ago, all the trading it has to be happen on the counter of the stock market. You have to fill in some paper form and then submit, and there will be a queue on the counter for them to accept your form, and then key in on the PC to make it work. So at that time, the trading is not so effective, but that kind of helped a lot of people from losing money, because they think, oh, this is very complicated. I don't want to go to the damn stock market. Let's just wait. The lazy become the good habit for some people, because they kind of hold it. So they hate to be physically being there. So after a couple of years, they see, wow, that's a great number. So yeah, it's I've always been asked from some very young men that they kind of like a pop quiz. They asked me the question, what is the 3 step? How could you make it 3 steps to put an elephant into the fridge, the big elephant into the fridge? I say, I don't know. They will tell me, okay, the first step, open the door and put. Second step, put the elephant in. The third step is shut the door. That kind of the third step. But to do the right thing, I think right now, if we are talking about holding a long-term vision, if we are talking about maybe making a trading or having a long-term vision for 10 years to make a great fortune. Then also it's a third steps. First is to do the right thing. Second is wait and don't look. Third is sell it when I tell you. So we all know that the first for ENS, do the right thing. What is the right thing? The right thing is get the valuable names. Do the right thing. Register right and valuable names. Although I don't think there are there are still a lot of the valuable names that still available for registration unless it's a job catch on premiums that we can register. So yeah, do the right thing. We need to when the market is not having a mainstream, and I'm talking about the real mainstream, when the ENS registration reaches something like tens of millions at least. So I think we are not there yet. So before that happening, we should collect all the good gems with a reasonable price within our budget to do the right thing. For the first step, we need to get the valuable names, and second is wait and don't look. So that's the very very important part. We just wait, and during this period it is just let all the reasonable and the logical things happen themselves while we are not looking. For example, the name wrapper. Lots of us has been hearing the name wrapper for 1,000 times in this space, but have you really tried it? Have you really been feeling the good part of it? Have you really dare to put some of your name, ENS names, and set up some name wrapper on it, or to search for if anyone allowed others to register their name as 1155? Have you tried it? If not, I think you need to do some homework to try that. And also for the IPFS content, the DWeb, do you guys really know DWeb? I think all of you, most of you, while the ENS Association page there is the IPFS content bar, but majority is still blank because you don't know how to. But maybe we can check. In the market there's a app called Alumonit, ALMONIT. Alumonit. It's kind of the Web3 version of Google. So inside it collected all the DWebs with the .eth suffix. So yeah, this is also a good reference. We need to check how this DWeb works, so that we will build vision, we will build interest and build the long-term vision for the DWeb. Because if you don't know that, then you don't know how great it will be. Then it will be difficult for you to hold it for a long time till at the very moment I tell you to sell. So yeah, I think let the great thing happen is the most important part. Because first of all, the great thing need to happen. If you invested in some shit project, then yeah, it might never happen, and you just wait. Then we did the wrong thing. But on the other hand, I think if we are on the right track, if you have been in this space and a lot of other ENS space, or the ENS DAO team, the core team get highly involved in such kind of the spaces, and you believe we are not a stupid person, we are not a rug team that trying to rug your money. You believe everyone is having the same vision and this is going to be it, then that's worth a shot, right? So yeah, do the homeworks and check every single part of the ENS app.ens.domains and all those association bar, because each panel, each association makes sense. Each association comes from one and another negotiation from the ENS team to one and another maybe the wallet or some other raised by the DAO team, and for some reason by some proposals. Everything is there for a reason. You need to know that reason, so that you can be really found the feeling like, wow, this is great. Once you have that, then you will really be having all the necessary quality for being a diamond hand. And you can wait till that final episode, till like ENS having, when ENS have 10 million of the registration, or 100 million of registration, and its price surpasses the .com. So it's a matter of time. But the roadmap I'm telling you today, this is easy to go. Just imagine I'm talking to you, when you scan your mobile phone by your face, and then you can log in your stock trading application. If I tell you 30 years ago for this, you must think I'm crazy, right? At that time, the mobile phone is very big and the screen is, it's very small. It doesn't make sense at all. But if we talk about today, we found it perfectly normal. So imagine and just check these, association bars and imagine if these make sense things are going to be evolutionary and surpasses a lot of the current product, for example, .com, which can only associate to IP address. So if you believe this is the case, or at least 90% of the opportunity to be true, to be realized, then yeah, no doubt we are going to make it. Thank you guys. Happy Wednesday.
Bomb. That's a bomb for Master. Thank you, Master, for contributing and dropping the alpha, dropping the gems, and more importantly, dropping your perspective. I do want to take a second to reset the room here. Ladies and gentlemen, this is ENS Updates. We do this every Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We will not be having a show tomorrow. There's no show tomorrow. Tomorrow is Thanksgiving, and I personally will be stuffing my face with food and alcohol. So I would not be thinking about ENS. I would not be doing an ENS show. I would not be online. I would not be available. Well, I'll be online. Let me not say that. I'll definitely be online, but I will not be hosting the show as I will be with family eating and things of that nature. So just want to put that disclaimer out there. And in the meantime, let's go right over to the one and only Director of Operations and Head of Marketing, Thread Girl. The stage is yours, love. Thread Girl, you there? Maybe not. Okay. In the meantime, I think Thread Girl might be trolling with the hand, but that's all good. In the meantime, let's go over to the ENS Friday night happy hour host and the sixth man of the year, the one and only, drumroll please, NFT Verse. The stage is yours, brother.
GM, what's up, Kev? 5159.eth. Appreciate you as always. Love that intro. Sixth man of the year has a ring to it. I really like that. I really do. I appreciate it as always, Kev. I try to fill in when I can, bro. I try to fill in whenever you need me. I'm here to fill in anytime that I can. I'm more than willing to do that for the whole entire community. Shout out to rn1.eth. Ron, what's up, Ron? Shout out to master.eth. Shout out to the whole entire community. I see Steven, the shark out there, NFL champ, Gary P00. Thread Girl was in here. Hey, Thread Girl, shout out to you, Cute Capital. Yeah, man, it's I mean, talking about, I know that you guys were kind of touching. I got rugged for a minute there, but I know that you guys were talking about just sticking around, and I think that if I'm not mistaken, Seed Phrase had posted something about sticking around. Man, listen, man, these are some rough waters out here. Uh, Not for the faint of heart, right? You got to be ready to kind of take on everything out here and kind of push through it in order to stick around. And everybody doesn't have that in them. You know, some people are just not built for that, right? To just stick around. It's tough. I mean, ask Gary, ask Master. Being around, early, when they were bidding on auction for ENS.domains. They saw something in it. They saw the utility. They saw the future that it would provide to them, and they played their position correctly, and they secured some amazing names. And this is the thing that's important to realize is that they've been around here for years, and we're just getting, for some of us, we're just getting started. So we have to understand that, what does it take to stick around, and having them here and listening to them should motivate you to know that you're in the right place at the right time. But how do you weather the storm is one of the most important things. because everybody that you see here today won't always be here. And that's just the truth. It's just the truth. It's the truth surrounding crypto. It's the truth surrounding a paradigm shift. It's the truth. Ron said it when he was talking about the group of guys that were, man, so close, right? They were so close to reaching the goal, and they gave up. They gave up, and they missed out on an extremely huge opportunity. I'm pretty sure that didn't stop them. They probably kept going, on in life and other investments. But that particular one that they missed out on, and that's what a lot of people are going to go through that same test, here in this particular space, and it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be an easy decision that you have to make. But that's why we're all here, right? That's why we're all here, is to support one another and to network with one another and to be here to support the builders and the ones who are trying to keep this space positive and trying to keep this space going, because it's not easy in the beginning. We are the test subjects, so to speak. I say that to say that we get everything when it's not so smooth, right? And you can call that beta testing. You can call that, whatever testing that you want to call it, right? But we have to test through those things that are not smooth in order for technology to continue to improve. Once it improves, then you have people that come along and they never even knew what it was like to kind of struggle with some of the user experience for some of these platforms that we had to struggle with. So I say that to say that uh, if you're going to stick around, man, just make sure you're positioning yourself correctly. Make sure you're not over leveraging. Be careful about over leveraging out here, man. We're learning some tough lessons out here. A lot of people learning some tough lessons out here, man. I've been through that. I've lost money here. I've lost a lot of money, man. I lost a lot of money on the table. Left a lot of money on the table because I was trying to time everything, and with this crypto market, during the bull run, you never know, it could shoot up one day, and then in a matter of hours it could be right back down again. And I've lost some money out there, so I've learned a lot of lessons. So being here with people like Ron, who was here during the dot-com era, Master and Gary, with the beginning of .eth, I listen to them, and I take notes, just so that I know that I'm making the right decision. I'm doing my own research, and I'm out here trying to even help people when they reach out to me in my DMs. I'm just trying to make sure that I provide some type of advice, not financial advice, but it's called realistic advice. Don't be out here trying to play with the big boys when you ain't got the pockets to do that. You can't do. You got to be smart. So I'm just glad everybody's still here. I'm glad Kev's still holding the ENS update show every single morning, Monday through Friday. That ain't easy. It's an hour and a half that he carves out that time. So we got to just be aware of those things. Having people in the community do these types of things, man, gives us a place to all network together. And I think it's special to know where we started to where we are today. Every time I look at Stephen Miller's calendar, it brings a smile to my face to know how this community continues to grow. That it's exciting to see how it continues to grow. Um, Stephen may have to do a 2-page calendar. I don't know. He may have to extend the format of that calendar into a legal size instead of normal size. You guys know what I'm talking about when you kind of size up your documents. So he might have to extend that to, what is it, 8 by 5 to 14. I'm babbling here, but you guys know what I'm talking about. At the end of the day, I appreciate everybody. Thanks for tapping in. Continue to tap in. Let's go on the remaining 9,000-mile death march, and let's get to the end. I want to see everybody at the end. I appreciate everybody. Kev, throw it back to you, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And the community appreciates you, Verse, for all that you do, man. Much love. Much love. Let's go back over to Thread Girl. Thread Girl, thank you for being patient. The stage is yours.
Yo, I got drugged last time, right? Hey, Cav, Ron, Master Zero, Gary, NFTverse, Floss, and man, all my favorite people on the panel. First of all, I want to say, Yalla Arab, Saudi Arabia won. It's a huge thing in the Middle East, right? So, I guess, but I don't care because I don't care about football. Anyways, I wanted to say, first of all, like Cav, Ron, Master, you guys being here every single day, man, this is exhausting as hell, okay? It literally is. And just like you were saying, Cav, people, like being a listener is so much different than hosting a space every single day at the same time. And people don't realize how much real life shit you have to change in order to be here present delivering every single day. It really is exhausting, and we're just like starting now, we haven't passed the 1% mile in my opinion yet, so we have a long way to go. So people, take care of your health. You don't have to do it all, you don't have to be there 24/7 in every single thing, but be there. Check out, I don't know, Floss and Threads. Check out Gary's Insights. Check out Master's Insight, Ron's Cav, and this is how you can keep up with everything that's going on without actually exhausting yourself. But that being said, I've been attending Gary's spaces, the YouTube ones. Those are epic, man. We're having a lot of fun and like discussing everything ENS, basically everything crypto. It's been amazing. And yeah, so I just wanted to drop by and give you guys your flowers and say just like take care of your health, people. I'm really sick those this week, if you can hear it from my voice. So yeah, maybe exhaustion, maybe COVID, we don't know. Thank you, Kev.
Maybe whiskey.
No, I wish.
Oh man, that was hilarious. Maybe whiskey. I'm on. Let me tell you something. I'm on the whiskey this weekend though, but not this week. End this week. Thanksgiving. I want to take a second and say, Thanksgiving is tomorrow. You guys enjoy it, whether you're family, you're alone, or you're with the ENS fam on Twitter. Enjoy and find something to simply be grateful for. We have and I was watching a video yesterday. This is a little off topic, but I was watching a video yesterday, and it was like we find so much things to nag and to complain about, and we tend this is humans in general. We just tend to focus on the negativity of aspects when there's so much positive and good in your own life that we kind of just take for granted. And that's why I like Thanksgiving. It's really just a time to just reflect on the good for once. I wanted to bring up go ahead, Thread Girl.
Yo, yeah, sorry. So I'm sick. I'm forgetting a lot what I wanted to say, but I need to say two more things. Sorry, Kev. First of all, yeah, like you guys have been talking about, we're in a bear market. People that get discouraged and stuff, but literally, we didn't see a bear market in ENS. Come on, like if anything kept us going, it's our investments in ENS.domains. And put that aside, I just want to add one more thing, that lately I personally haven't been like that much focused on, oh, this is selling for this much, oh my god, the floor price of this is that much, and more focused on the utility, because I've been seeing a lot of people build insanely cool stuff on ENS domains. And this is, in my opinion, much more important because this is the mass adoption, when you see people building and people can actually touch the utility of ENS. Because even if you explain the utility right now to them and you tell them, yeah, a lot of things can be built on it, they're gonna say, okay, but like I'm not seeing anything, right? But seeing the ENS redirect, right? I hope you guys tried that out. It's amazing. Like a lot of cool things are being built, and this is where my attention is at right now. And yeah, sorry, Kaf, for taking another minute, but I literally forgot I wanted to say that too.
No, Draco, whatever you want to say, however you want to say it, you could say it. This might as well be your space, right? You're always welcome here, your family. So yeah, thank you for saying that. And that was the perfect. I'm happy you said that because that leads to the perfect segment I was about to go into right now, which was with 00. If you guys haven't seen 00's tweet, I'm just going to read it briefly. There's a few ENS things I'm helping my clients build on: xxx.eth, web.eth, email.eth, and vpn.eth, pawn.eth. I'll keep client private for now. The developer will be announced soon. We will all benefit from it, showing the utilities. And that goes into, we're getting into the next phase. We're getting to the next phase of what I believe this ENS journey and what's really going to catapult us into true mass adoption. Because I feel like for the first 5 years, it's more so been awareness. Like, hey, this protocol exists. These are the features. Some people have been building on it, but nothing I would say super mainstream yet. And I think 0 is being an innovator, or one of the innovators in this space. And 0, if you want to talk a little bit about this, I know you made the tweet about it. So if you just want to share a little bit about that, not too much, but just share a little bit what you're thinking, and we could go from there.
Going on, Kev? I appreciate you guys having me on. Ron, Master, Gary, NFTverse, Bloss, Thread Girl. So behind the scenes, I've been slowly building xxx.eth. He's one of my clients, as well as the other names that's been posted. I personally believe if we show, the actual utilities, what can be done with ENS names, this will pump all of our bags. But these builds are not just your landing pages or whatnot. And I forgot Master. How you doing, Master? More than landing pages are actual use cases / NFT platforms that you can actually go and look and purchase, whether it's affiliate marketing, which one of the platforms is planned. Well, all the platforms have affiliate marketing. The actual use cases are very, I don't want to say futuristic, or something that haven't been built yet. So we've been working behind the scenes with a developer, and we'll announce his name probably within the next week or two, and the projects he's been building for us. But once XXX, this is the one that's currently being built now. And then VPN.eth is a very important project for me. And we're still in talks to build that, but that will be built hopefully within the next, starting to build within the next 30 days. And obviously everyone knows email.eth and web.eth, which is Jay Gonzalez. So he's hired me to, he's a client of mine as well. And we are building out web.eth. And web.eth is a project that everyone can relate to. And this project, we do have a few collabs with a few ENS members that you all know. We'll announce that collab soon. It's going to be a website builder for, Web 2 guys coming in, just like web.com. Web.eth is going to be a basic website builder. But more details will be announced soon. And I do believe this will pump everyone's back. So once someone comes in and takes looks at xxx.eth or web.eth or even vpn.eth, they can come in and look at the use cases, how it's being built on Web3, on the blockchain, and how affiliate marketing is being brought in from Web 2 to Web 3, sponsorships, advertising, banners, and whatnot. So more detail I'll tweet within the next 2 weeks, and hopefully everyone likes the platform we're building.
Bombs. Yep. And that should make us all excited, right? And I think we should all be excited. One, because it's literally the next phase. It's the next phase, right? When Ron, and you know what this reminds me of the most is when Ron talked about the early '90s and when he started investing in the .coms, they built on them. They weren't just only flipping the names; they were building on top of them as well, generating leads, or clients, or sales, whatever they were doing back then, and then they sold them for massive profits, right? So yes, you could do the flipping game of just purely selling the domain, but there's also a whole other industry where you're actually building a brand or business on top of that .eth and making the value of it probably 10x, 100x, 1000x, right? That's kind of what my thinking is right now. Go ahead, Zero, and then Verse.
So it's just full disclosure. I do represent certain parts of Master.eth, his portfolio. Having said that, a lot of the names that we are not building on, like my clients, they will be up. They will be listed on Vision for sale. Not obviously not all of them, but we are also. I am also a broker where I try to broker some names. A lot of the names that are being listed, that will be listed, may have landing pages. So I don't want people to make a mistake from a landing page to a full platform that we're building on another name. So some of the names I may just build for my clients, just build a landing page, a cover page for certain names. And then the other names, we're actually building a huge platform, a functional platform. Uh, so we can, the landing pages, so we can extract a little more value, show people what can be done on a .eth. So there's 3 different strategies where I incorporate to manage their portfolios. And I do appreciate how much confidence they have shown in me to manage their portfolios and to build products or platforms for them. So I just want to give them a shout out.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Love what you're doing, Zero. Verse, go ahead, brother.
No, I love what 00 is doing. I like the fact that you're not waiting for web.com to come in here and start talking about Web3 domain building. I like the fact that you're taking web.eth and building decentralized websites and showing people how to build or creating that avenue or that particular vehicle for people to construct or have the ability to have templates to construct their own Web3 domains. I like that. I respect you for just jumping out there and widening the use case and showing people the use case for this particular protocol. And we got a lot of builders out there, right? So there's a lot of builders out there that are building, but this is that next step, right? This is that next step that had to be taken, is to not wait on Web 2 to come in here and say, oh, we got this. Let me show you how to do it. You guys are saying, no, we don't need you to show us how to do it. We already know how to do it, and we're going to put it out there. And now you're going to have to come talk to me about knowing how to do it correctly. I like that. To me, that's boss moves right there, 00, and everybody else who's out here building websites. That's what we need to do, man. And there's people out here with great names. So the collaborations and the people being able to access those particular that web.eth website to have those templates ready, I think it gives people the encouragement. It encourages more people out here to have that landing page for a good number, maybe a percentage of the domains that they hold. So now we just don't have a domain. We're not just shouting from the rooftop that, hey, I own this domain. Now I'm shouting from the rooftop that I own this domain. Now look at the utility of it. And you're going to be a huge component or proponent of making that happen, 00. So I appreciate what you're doing out here, man. Thank you.
So go ahead, Zero.
I was just going to say an update on ENS Vision, if you allow me.
Yes, sir.
So ENS Vision, we've been pretty quiet lately. We're actually building out the back end again. A lot of new innovations will be coming in 2023. We have, I believe, 4 new innovations, which means it hasn't been seen on the market yet. Having said that, up to December-ish, we will be updating our site again, and with a few new features. But the real features and innovations will be coming in 2023. So we've been really quiet. We haven't been tweeting much besides myself, but a lot of new features will be coming, and then it'll be totally a one-stop shop place. There's no other reason to go anywhere else. The site alone right now is pretty much, I would say, about 60% built out. Come January, February, we'll be built out about 80%. But a lot of new features is coming, and including innovations which no one else has. Having said that, the bulk registration alone, Vision is the only site. Obviously, we have the creator, LCFR. The gas saving mechanisms, no other contract has. Obviously, LCFR implemented that on our own contract, but that alone will have a huge upgrade and more gas saving features in the near future, probably coming January. Thanks a lot, Kev.
No, thank you for sharing that update. I think we're all pretty excited for that. And yeah, please keep us updated on when it does come out. I wanted to go to Ron real quick. Ron, real quick, is that similar to how you guys basically flipped the domains in the 90s, where you actually built brands and sent traffic to them and then sold the businesses?
Yeah, I mean, look, when we first started, we had our main ones, right? But yeah, that's always what we did. And I probably did that even into like the mid, like 2005 to 2008. Hold on. Can you guys hear me okay? Okay. It
Yes,
might have a
sir.
little better sound, but no, I mean, like I say, the biggest example I can use of that, and it was just pretty recent, was the Bucked Up. So that was 2 friends of mine. We call them the Gardner twins because they're 2 brothers that are twins. And they back. I remember one of the Super Bowls. It was something around like deer antler protein or some crap like that. I can't remember. I remember one of the running backs or one of the guys was using it, and there was a bunch of news about it. So they bought that. They wanted to build a website around that keyword, right? And they did it, and they got someone to make some products, and the same thing. They were just flipping, and we did that. I did it hundreds of times or dozens of times, and these guys probably did it 1,000 times. But build a bit of it, get the company started, and start to establish the traffic, or organic, the different things to get organic traffic. So it was as much about the traffic as anything. But yeah, and then and they were just going to flip that for 20-30 grand, and was it GNC? They called them and said, "Can you handle like $60 million a year in orders?" And they called their supplier, and he's like, "Yeah," and that turned into Bucked Up, which is a huge brand. One of my other partners in our fund, he's a lawyer. He just helped them with they sold, I think, 50% of the company. I can't remember, it was 50 or 100 million. And they still own half the company. All that based on, they probably did it 1,000 times or hundreds of times. And that just, they wound up keeping that. But the original idea was nothing more than to build a website, get some traffic going. I think similar to what 00 is doing on with some of his, build the value there. But yeah, in fact, I sold very few domains that didn't have some type of business associated with them. And that's why, to be honest with you, I'm just so burned out on all the building side of it. And I was never a dev. I never wrote code. So I was always hiring I always had to hire people to do it, right? So it's kind of, but yeah, that was the game, and that I don't think it'll be any different here. You start to build; it's way more valuable if there's something there, and that could just be a website, which, you know, you there's it's going to get easier and easier, especially in the .com. I mean, you can make super professional websites even if you never done it, and then start to build some traffic, start to build some customers, start to build a list or whatever. And yeah, that's definitely, and it's not going to make it less valuable. In no case is it going to make it less valuable. So yeah, I think that's 100%. I mean, 00 can talk about more what he's doing, and I know he was around in those days too. But yeah, that's a pretty proven method that like I say, in no case is it going to make it less valuable.
Yeah, awesome. I'm very excited for 2023, and what's to come from 2023, and in ENS particularly, right? I think a lot's going to be happening. Also, another announcement I have: community manager of ENS Labs, the newly hired community manager of ENS Labs, will be joining us on Friday. He's going to be joining us on Friday, so I'm going to have it as an open community Q&A. So if you guys want to ask any questions, anything you guys want to know about ENS Labs, have them ready to come. He will be joining us Friday, so buckle up for that as well. Cool. I want to go over to our guy Flossin, triple water gun, triple gun. The stage is yours, brother.
What up, Kev? Man, I'm glad to be up here. I know I've been trying to come up here this week, but shit's burning down IRL at work. You know how it is. End of the month, holiday week, so they're working your boy extra, but that's all good. Man, what's up, Ron Master 00, my boy Verse, Thread Girl? It's all nice to be up here with you guys. Always nice tapping in. I might not be able to speak to you guys a lot, but I'm always listening, always watching. I saw Ron making some moves recently with those 10K keycaps. Spoke to him a few weeks ago talking about how cheap they were. They just get cheaper and cheaper. I think it's a great long-term play. Not financial advice, obviously, but saw him stepped up a little bit recently as well doing that. But man, what 00 was just talking about has got me bullish. I didn't realize they're doing some updates. Got some big things coming 2023. So definitely, I'm going to be on the lookout for that. Love you using ENS Vision domain plug as well. So shout out to both of you guys. But yeah, Kev, we got a big space tonight coming up. Me, Verse, Evan, with the emoji community. We're just going to talk all things emojis, but really think we need to talk more about the normalization. We don't think that's being talked enough as a whole, right? Not just for emojis, but also the apostrophes and other addresses that you can have on ENS. So definitely need to get the word out on that. But I'm bullish, man. I love emojis, but I'm seeing some first names selling, right? I saw Terry sold for 15.5 ETH. We saw Rob.eth sell to Golden Bezos. So even stuff like that, I'm bullish on. I'm thinking that's good for the community. A lot of builders out here like 00, our boy OX Keycap Wizard. That guy, half the shit I don't even understand that he's talking about. Like I wish I could, but he's doing solid work, man. Shout out to ENS Latinos as well. If I forget some people, I'm sorry, but a lot of good things happening, man. I'm not going to forget who's sticking around in this bear market. It's easy to stick around in the bull market, right? But it really takes some dedication and some belief and just some grit to stay around when times get tough. Times are going to get worse. Been preaching like that for a while, but we're closer to the finish line, I think, with these macroeconomic downturns. Seen some positivity in the macroeconomic, or I say macroeconomics, but like the stock market seeing that bounce a little bit. Some good retail earnings reports came out from American Eagle, Best Buy this week. However, I think that is mainly due because people putting stuff on credit cards, though. But that's a different rabbit hole I'll go down another day. But yeah, whenever our Fed stops tightening and draining the liquidity out of the market, that's when you want to be in. So you got to be in before that happens, or else it's gonna be too late. So I'm gonna stick around. I'm gonna hodl. My boy Verse definitely keeps me aligned with affordability, where I don't get smoked, and where your boy Flossin doesn't end up MIA. So definitely, I'm looking for affordability plays. I'm gonna hodl. I've extended most of my good ones that I want to keep through 2024. but I think that's gonna be plenty of time. So I'm here. I ain't going nowhere. Definitely want to tap in more on spaces. But shout out to you, Kev, man. Shit, you're a trooper, dude. Day in and day out, man. Rain, shine, sleet, snow, whatever, hurricanes, you're still pulling up. So appreciate what you do. Ron, Master, again, I can't give all you guys enough props. I'm just going to kind of yield the mic and see what else we got going on today.
Yeah, I appreciate you, Flossin. I appreciate the kind words, brother. I am built for this. Nah, but yeah, we appreciate you, man. I love what you're doing. Well, I will definitely am tapping into the emoji space a little bit later in the day for sure. Also, just a reminder, I will be featured on Room 110 space. This is a community that wants to learn a little bit more about ENS. I'm going to be help onboarding that community to ENS as well. I pinned a tweet to the top so you guys could check that out. Set your reminders. It is at, what time is it? At 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So probably about an hour after this space, I'll be on that space helping educate that community on ENS and onboarding them as well. Yeah, I just brought up Flex, our one and only Flexter. Flex, welcome to ENS Updates, bro. How you doing today, man?
Oh, I'm doing all right, man. Thank you so much for having me up. I was just sitting here listening to the program. I apologize. I haven't been able to tune in a little bit more this week. I've been burning the midnight oil, doing my thing over there in other communities, trying to onboard as well. But did I hear that you say that you are actually having an updates on Friday? Is that right?
Yes. There's a on Friday. There's not one tomorrow.
Oh, so you're not even going to take the whole weekend, man? Like, wow. Like, man, my love goes to you, brother. My love goes to you, man. Like, you need some time off, Kev. You need some time off, man. I thought you was going to take Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I mean, even the kids are out of school this week. You know what I mean? Even the kids are out of school, but you're going to hold it down. So mad respect for that. Mad respect for that. I just want to actually come up and let everybody know that Miami Metaverse is coming up. And at the Miami Metaverse Conference this year, we do have our first ENS Maxis IRL event on Monday night. If you are in Miami, that's going to be Monday night, November 28th at 6 p.m. at Wynwood Brewery. And then on Tuesday, we do have the ENS Shark Tank coming to you live from Miami. Me, Fireball, and Steven, you guys, a lot of you guys tuned in and supported us when we were in Las Vegas. So now we brought the show to Miami, and I just want to remind everybody to please tune in on Tuesday at a special time, 1 p.m. Instead of our normal 5 p.m., it's our 1 p.m. Show coming to you live from Miami. So thank you guys so much for listening to me all the time. I know I run my mouth a lot, so I'm just going to go ahead and step down. That's all the info I have, and just mad shout outs to you, 5159. I thought you was at least going to take a couple of days off this week, man, but are you just going to take off the one day and come back Friday? I respect it, man. God bless you.
Flexter, I thought you were coming up to make a public apology on behalf of yourself and the Shark Tank.
Hold on. Apology for what?
So, just so everyone knows, so someone's pitching Irma.com, right? Which is my stepmom's name. And everyone's loving it. And then Flexer's like, Irma, I'm going to be the contrarian. Irma sucks. No one, names like Irma, Margaret, which is my mother's name, and a couple other names. No one's naming those. Those are old school names. And, I'm like, dude, you trashed my whole family in one sentence, man. So I just thought you were going to publicly come up and apologize. And I think the Hispanic community got on him because Irma, I guess, is pretty popular. But yeah, I was like, geez, could have thrown my sister's name in there, and then all the women in my life. But of course, my wife has a new modern name. But no, I kind of agreed with him. But I was just dying. I was picking up some Thai food, listening in, and I was just dying. So I tried. I had to send out a tweet about it, but it was pretty funny.
No. Let me be the first to apologize to all the Irmas and Margarets in the world. I was not familiar that Irma was so popular in the Spanish culture. And yeah, and it is names like that are just not as modern as some of the new names nowadays. People are naming their kids after cities like Dakota or states, Cheyenne, things like that. There's a lot of those real trendy names that come out, and not so much of those classic lady names like Elizabeth or Margaret or Lorraine. Some of those type names. So let me please apologize to all those Irmas, Margarets, Lorraines, and those 1800 style names, because those are, in my opinion, used today in middle name, just to keep the tradition going, with all those trendy cool names up front. So yeah, I apologize for that. And to the entire Spanish community, I didn't realize Irma was such a popular female name.
And there we have the public apology to all the Irmas out there. Cool. I wouldn't be surprised if the name Vitalik starts getting real popularized in the next decade or so when ETH hits 20K plus, right? Why not? I might name my son Vitalik if I have one. If ETH gets to 10K, by the time I have a son, I might name him Vitalik. Cool. There we
Bro,
have. I
if
think.
sorry, if ETH gets to 20K, I'ma get a son just to name him Vitalik, man, for real.
Did you say get one, Thread Girl? You're just gonna go buy a son? You're just gonna go get one, huh?
That is hilarious. That is hilarious. Cool. Guys, I think, ladies and gentlemen, I think I'm gonna take some time back and relax for a bit before this next space I'm gonna hop on. We're gonna end this one a little early. Thank you for everybody who hopped on. Any final words from our co-hosts Ron, Master, Verse, Flex, Thread, Floss, and Zero before I go ahead, Thread.
Yeah, thank you. So thank you guys for having me, and I'm definitely hopping into your space to encourage you, Cav. Everyone should do the same, with the community after all. And don't forget tonight, 6 p.m. EST domain plug space. It's for women building in the space, so it would be cool if you encourage women building in the space as well. And thank you guys. Well, it was lovely chatting with you. Zero, can't wait to see what you build next, man. You're a fucking legend.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Go ahead, Flex.
Hey, just a quick couple of shills. A quick couple of shills for those that are out there looking for stuff. I know that Gwayman has put Fergie at a very reasonable price. And King Diamond Alien, King Maxi, he's got Glendale up for sale. So you guys want to contact him about Glendale if you're looking for a city. So there's a couple of domains there that I know that are out there that people are having some really reasonable prices for. Of course, everybody knows Fergie. Hit up Gwayman for that. And then Glendale, of course, very popular city in Arizona and in California. You might want to hit up King Maxi for that. So a couple of good deals out there as far as shilling some names. And Irma, let's not forget, Irma is for sale. None of those are mine, by the way, guys. I'm not shilling my own stuff. These are all other people that have some really good deals out there. So Fergie, hit up Gwayman, Glendale, hit up King Maxi, and OX Goat, hit him up for Irma. Those are all three really good deals they have going out right now.
Thank you, Flex. Let's go to Steve, and then we'll probably end it with Master.
Jim, Kev, Jim, everybody, sorry for joining right at the tail end, but I wanted to come up and issue my formal apology because I know that Ron wanted to, of course, give Flexter his anti-flowers for Irma, but I wanted to give Kevin a quick apology. And yes, I did say your full name there because I owe you that respect, sir, for what some may say was front running the sale of a domain that you were saying that you were going to feature on the show in the next couple of days, which was expirations.eth yesterday. I promise you, my friend, we were not meaning to front run you, but we ended up selling it live on the tank yesterday. So was happy to be able to get that sold for the guy. But if you're looking for others to move into your appraisal spot, I will do everything I can to help you get some great domains in to talk about here on ENS Updates.
Yeah, nah, bro. All good. I didn't look at it anywhere near that light, right? I said the purpose of that segment was to do some spotlights. He submitted a domain. We did a spotlight. I'm happy for him that he got it sold. I think whoever brought it got a great deal on that. There's a lot you could do with expirations. Somebody DM'd me yesterday and we're like, it'll be a cool like marketplace you can make off of expirations. .eth, all types of cool shit you could do. But yeah, I'm happy for him. He got his sell, and nah, I didn't look at it like that at all, bro. Cool. Master, let's end it with Master. The stage is yours, brother.
Yeah, thanks, man. I actually not have very important thing to share. It's also about World Cup. I like World Cup because it makes a lot of passionate moment. And yesterday Japan won, and I'm so proud. And another reason is I own Japan.eth, and right now I'm watching the match Spain versus Costa Rica, and Team Spain just made their fourth goal, and now they are 4-0 leading Costa Rica. Yeah, and nothing significant, but by uh, by the way, I own Spain.eth as well. So yeah, World Cup is an enjoyment for me. That's the only thing I'm going to share. Thanks much.
Master just come drop some bombs, and like I own Japan.eth, I own Spain.eth. Like I believe you own Tokyo.eth as well, Master. Is that correct? You've got some good ones.
That's a very minor thing. Thanks for mentioning.
That is hilarious. Master, enjoy your wine or your I don't know what you're drinking, but enjoy it. You deserve it. I hope Spain wins the whole thing. I'm gonna say it out loud. I hope Spain wins the whole thing or Japan because I want Master to celebrate. I want either Spain or Japan to win the whole thing so Master could celebrate and sell his domains.
Oh, Wales. Yeah, I own that as well.
Then there we have it. But y'all, peace out. We do this every Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. 5159 is out. See y'all again on ENS Updates on Friday. Peace. Happy Thanksgiving, by the way, as well.
Happy